Alright guys, so we have something quite exciting today. We have the Dark Imperium, the Warhammer 40k new core set, box set game, which features the Primaris Space Marines and the Ultramarines against the Death Guard on, I think it's the Plague Wars or something like that. It's the Plague guys. Mutare and his boys are here to smash up Ultramar, and so Gullum and his lot are gonna see him off. So, let's take a look. First off, your slipcase, which is different from normal GW boxes, if I get my words out. And as it opens up, boom, we get the um, Space Marine from before. Now what I'm going to do, I forgot to do it a second ago, I'm going to show you quickly the back of the box. So you get pictures of the models. These are all the models you get in there. You get quite a bit. So you get 1 Captain, 2 Lieutenants, 1 Ancient, 10 Intercessors, 3 Interceptors, and 5 Hellblasters for the Primaris Marines, and 1 Order Contagion, 1 Noxus Blightbringer, 1 Malignant Plaguecaster, 7 Plague Marines, 1 Fetid Bloated Drone, and 20 Poxwalkers for the Death Guard. And you get a 280 page rulebook for 140k, which is basically just the main rulebook. You get a rulebook for essentially like a little codex for both Primaris Marines and Death Guard, and Range Roller, and 12 dice. So there you go. Yeah, you got Ultramarines and a Death Guard. So yeah. Although the Primaris Marines don't have any chapter symbols on them, so they can be any chapter. But for story-wise, they are the Ultramarines. So first off, here you get this little box, the cool art, sealed by the Inquisition. Can't get in there unless you're Inquisitor. This is actually the where all the miniatures are. So we'll have a quick look at that in a sec. But we'll have a look here first. So this is the main rulebook. I get a copy of this, which is really good. Considering. So back in the day, you used to get, back in the day, not long ago, you used to get a small version of the rulebook in the books, which is still cool, but now you get a proper hardback, you get a proper normal book. So there you go, we'll have a look at it in a minute as well. And then we get little booklets, which has the core rules and the, how to paint stuff. Some transfers for different chapters. So Blood Angels, Ultramarine, Dark Angels, and Space Wolves. And then we get this cool little like box laying thing, which hides stuff. So we have flying stands for the Interceptors. We have some dice. We have some bases. A range ruler. And it goes up to 12. Yeah, that's still fine. That's that side. And then on this side, we get some bases. Many bases. 32s, 40s. I think there's a 50 in there. Maybe that's for the big Lord of Contagion guy. So yeah, so that's basically the box. So you get painted models of the actual models, how they look like when you build them. So let's take a look at the actual models. First off, let me just open this. There we go. Ta-da! Lots of models. So let's take a look at some Primaris Marines first. Let's grab some out. So you get a fair few sprues for the Primaris Marines, save for obviously the Death Guard. So here we have these 2 sprues have 2 Hellblasters, 2 Intercessors, and a Interceptor on each. So Hellblasters are basically just plasma gun guys with the longer plasma guns, basically. You have bolt rifles for the Intercessors, and then you have the heavy bolter pistols, basically, for the Interceptors. So we're going to quick look at some of these sprues. Yeah. So you can see they're kind of snap fitty, but not at the same time. Obviously, you need to glue these. You can't just push them together. But most of them are posed or have specific ways of going together. So as in like this fits here, it doesn't really fit on this guy or anything. So you have set ways in which they go together. But I think if you really wanted to replace the shoulder pads, because they are, as far as we can tell, the same size as a normal Space Marine shoulder pad, you could replace those if you want with chapter ones. But I'm fairly certain GW is going to be coming out with box sets like they normally do. You know, you get the starter ones which start early and then eventually come out by themselves. Happen like the Stormcast, Turtle stuff, and then what was the box set for? I think Dark Vengeance, it basically came out with stuff afterwards, like the Ravenman Bikers and stuff. Even though they kind of already had it, they got a new set of Ravenman Bikers. So yeah, so yeah, we have some built examples of that, of these. I'll show you off in a minute. So yes, you get two interceptors, two integressors, two Hellblaster guys, and yeah, the Flyer guy, and you get two of that sprue. So yeah, nice and easy. Then we get this sprue, which contains it's the sergeants for two of the squads, for the one of the intercessors and the Hellblaster guys, and then we get the captain in Gravis armor, and then the sergeant for the interceptors. So it's like the command sprue essentially. You get some cool bits. You get the gun, his shoulder pad, his backpack, sorry, his cloak and stuff. We also get his cool gauntlet with the bolt caster thing on it. Basically, he has the same war gear as Gulliman. not like rules-wise, but like look-wise. He's got a sword, he's got a gauntlet with a gun on the back. Pretty cool. And then yeah, you get pointy guy. You always got to have a pointy guy, so they included one for us. And then yeah, you got the fly guy again. So quite cool sprues. Yeah. But these are all available to see on the Warhammer community as well. I suppose they've put them up already. Then we get this sprue, which basically finishes off the rest of the Primus Marines. So you get the two lieutenants on here, which are like character versions. They're quite cool. Little like they hand out busts and stuff, and they're basically like little heroes. And then you get some more intergressors, just dudes with bolt rifles basically, to finish off those units. And then you get the chapter agent, who's a title. And a lot of people have been having a go about like how these guys can't be agents. I know it says they're a veteran, so I guess they've been in a few fights already. But it's a title for banner bearer basically. So yeah, so you get an agent. Specifically amongst the Ultramarines, I think other chapters do it as well because it's a codex. But yeah, these are quite cool models. So you get the War Pistol guy and the Power Sword, and you get a guy with an auto bolt rifle and a bolt pistol. And yeah, you get some cool stuff. The fact that like the banner is, I'm gonna bring that closer up. The banner is it's got no actual markings on it for chapters, so you can literally paint these guys any way you want, which is really good. So there you go. That's the Stormcast. That's the Primaris Marines. Sorry, I don't know why I said Stormcast. I almost said. So let's have a look at some Nurgle. Everyone likes Nurgle. So we're going out some sprues. So these are like Poxwalkers and some of the Plague Marines. And then this is the character sprue, so I'll look at that in a sec. And that's got the other bits. So you get quite a few Poxwalkers. These guys, these horrible grotty guys. So they have basically plague victim stats. They are just jolly guys that have been affected by Nurgle and come to share his gift and be horrible to people. So, but they got some very comical weapons. Woo. Like this guy's got a wrench. So he's put like a screwdriver through, I guess. This guy is pretty mad. And there's one with holding like a mallet behind him. This one is one of our favourites amongst the guys that have seen it. He's got a gun, holding the barrel so he can stab people with the end as he attached it. Because yeah, genius. So they're quite funny, but also yeah, they're gonna come up and smash your stuff. They are literally just zombies basically. So they're gotta deal with them, but they're gonna be annoying to deal with them because it's resources you can spend elsewhere. It's a plague zombie way. So we get also majority of a plague marine here. He's quite well detailed. These models are really detailed, especially for a starter set. It's really good. So you have like his chaos pack here, and then you know you got a shroud over the back of him, and his arm is all like old Mark III. It's all corrupted and stuff. It's quite cool. So that's part of him. And then we basically get the same sprue duplicated again. So you get the same dudes. You got these mallets. I love the fact they could hit people. Space Marines with mallets, it'll be alright. And this guy got like a sledgehammer. He bought like a proper weapon. And then yeah, you get that body again for the Plague Marine and his shoulder pad and stuff. So you get two of those, and then you get this sprue, which is basically your Blightbringer guy. With all his stuff, his plasma pistol, and his like plague sensor thing, and you get the some more of the Plague Marine bits, but also the malignant plague caster. It's like the only psyker in the box. But it's cool to have a psyker in a starter set, just like the old one did, which is cool. Yeah, and you got these crazy details, like his arm is like splitting open and all the like pus and stuff's coming out and forming his extra arm for him again. I mean, you got the Nurgle like flies and this like vomit spume thing coming out, which is pretty crazy. Just on the edge here. Yeah, sound effects. No, this is the Plague character guy. Oh, it's not a character, he's a Plague champion basically. He's the leader of the Plague Marines. Because he comes with this awesome looking Power Fist. So it's like a claw Power Fist. And it's got Nurgle's markings on it, as you obviously come to expect from the Death Guard models. Which is really cool. So yeah, so you get that, which is your basically hero sprue plus a little extra. And you get this one, which basically finishes off the Plague Marines. So you get quite a few here. You get all these cool details like the bells and stuff coming off the back of this guy here. But you also get the fetid bloated plague drone thing, which is pretty cool. It's nice to see like crazy vehicle stuff come from GW. Yeah, it's always cool. The Blight drone from Forge World, obviously, and then the Varax, the Heresy one, which is cool. And obviously now we get like the smaller version, but still pretty cool, pretty deadly as well. Like, oh, that guy's got like, loads of scores on his shoulder pad, so that's always fun. Yeah, got some arcane like plasma pistols, got some little Nurglings and stuff. That's a Nurgling anyway? Yeah, a little Nurgle. And you get this awesome axe for the Lord of Contagion, who's on here, where it's got like the like 3 little chainsaw things in the middle of his axe. That's pretty cool. I quite like that. Yeah, you get these blue cannons for the Pressure Blight drone, and you get all these little dudes. So I'm going to show you some built models because they look a bit better than on sprue in my opinion. Obviously, I think everyone enjoys them. Seeing built models. It's cool. It's got like old armor, Mark III and Mark II sort of style. Yeah. So I think they've really blown the ball out of the park with these guys. Yeah, these models are really impressive for starter set models. So we're going to have a look at an example of a couple. So let me go to that. Right, so first off, let's just look through some Primus Marines. So we have the Inceptor. This guy's pretty cool. He's flying around on his crazy cool jump pack, blasting some people. We've got these new flying stands that fit like inside here, which is quite cool. I keep saying the word cool a lot. Just notice that. And so these are like heavy bolters, but are smaller range, but still as deadly. So these guys can get in places and smash them up. And then these guys they're pretty fast, speed 10, so you get around the board. They can come in from deep strike basically, which is quite cool. But yeah, that's the Inceptors wearing their Gravis armor, which this guy's wearing as well. This is the captain in Gravis armor. He's the guy with the gunman style weapons. Out. But his armor's pretty cool. It's pretty bulky, like a mid between like a Terminator and like power armored guy. He's got his cool cape. Yeah, he's quite a cool character. I quite like his armor and stuff. I look forward to painting him. And we get our Ancient, one of our characters, his banner, all ready to go. Then we get our Lieutenant again, another character. He's one of them with the power sword and the bow pistol. It's quite cool models. They're quite big. I'll show you compared to a normal Primaris Marine. It's quite big models. Quite well detailed with all like the reliquary and everything. Which is strange because they're not really religious, but those Space Marines are meant to be really religious unless it's the Black Templar. Yeah, I like the fact that he's got a bolt pistol in his hand, so he doesn't have one in his holster. So they purposely thought about that as well. It's quite cool. Rather than having just molded the same holster again and again. So yeah. And then we get our two like troops essentially for the Primaris Marines. So we get our Intercessor with his bolt gun, his bolt rifle, ready to go fight, which is cool. And then we get our Hellblaster guy with his it's like a plasma rifle or something like that. It's basically a big plasma gun. It's range 30 rather than normal range. It's pretty cool. So I'm going to compare these two together in size. You can see the lieutenant's still bigger than a normal Primus Marine. I guess maybe something to do with his armor, because his armor looks a little different. But maybe they're just bigger guys in general. That's cool. It makes a hero shine out a little more. Then we're going to have a look at some Plague Marines and stuff. So first off, we're going to look at this cool thing. The Lord of Contagion. Such a sweet model. Like, getting ready to do Nurgle's work. With his tack cloak and everything, his Cataphracti armor and his cool ass. Like, it's this big. It's like a Primaris Marine. It's huge. It's like, I'm going to stab people with it. Well, smash people with it. And then the little things are going to chew them up. Because that's always fun. So yeah, it's the Lord of Contagion. He's cool. And like, comparing to Primaris Marine stuff, he's pretty big. Then we're going to have a look at some Death Guard and the characters, and then we'll have some talks, and then I'll show you the blight thing. So, the Death Guard themselves are really quite well detailed. Let's have a look at some of the troopers, and they're all different. They're all like, even I think some of them that have the same similar pose have different like options to go on them. This is a Plague Champion. He's even got like a tack cloak and everything. You could probably even make a HQ if you really wanted to. He has like a fly thing hanging on his back. And then a crazy power fist and his plague knife. It's really cool. I think he's some of the best Nurgle models they've produced. They're really cool. This guy's advancing on his enemies, ready to lay down some suppressing fire to get in there and murder some of the loyalists. Death to False Emperor and all that. Even though I'm an Imperial Fist player, so don't accept. I don't commend those things. So yeah, all the different Death Guard unit, because there's only one of the actual Space Marine unit. Everyone's different. It's really cool. So, yeah. He's got some Mark III on him. No, I think they're all Mark III. Which makes sense, I guess. It's cool. This guy. He's just like got his breath mask on. Maybe he's got the Barbarous thing. Sorry, that's how I like that. He's got a little grenade. I think it's like a black grenade or something. For his throat, and also you got the head coming off the back of one of them down there. Got his bolt gun. And then this guy, it's cool. His plague knife and stuff. And you get plasma pistol dude, or plasma gun, sorry, dude, with like howling with like a plague bearer style head, one eye. He's essentially like chosen. You can use these guys quite easy as chosen. And then you get this guy with his crazy like venting backpack and his black grade and stuff. Yeah. Then because there's quite a few of them, I'm just gonna have a look at some of the pox walkers. So take out some of the cool looking ones. They're all cool looking, but as in the ones that look a bit crazier. This guy's quite like horrifying. He's very much becoming a plague bearer. He's like all probably just face and grotesque looking body and everything. And then we got this guy, just here for a good time, just gonna smack people with this. It looks like it used to be a flamer thing, but he's just turned into just gonna hit him with it like a pipe. And we've got our jolly friends here, ready to spread Nurgle's gift. So yeah. Then we've got the last two characters for the Death Guard. So we've got the Blightbringer, with his little Nurgling buddies, and all his sensors and stuff coming along, spewing out that nice noxious fumes. He's got his plasma pistol and stuff. He's like mace or flail, probably a mace. He's quite cool, quite a big model. Like even compared to the Death Guard, he's fairly decent size. So yeah, it's huge compared to like a dude, like a Poxwalker. He's like raw. And then this guy, the Malignant Plaguecaster, he's all grossed out and like bloated and stuff from the diseases. He's throwing out his psychic powers, ready to consume some people. He's got his crazy like staff thing, corrupted staff. Yeah. So I think it works really well. Like these guys really like still harken back to the heresy days because of their armor and everything. You've got like essentially like the old versus the new with the Primaris Marines. You know what I mean? Like Mark III, and these guys are Mark 10, and so you've got quite a difference. And yeah, the legions are obviously going to still stick to their old original armors and everything, which is cool. But yeah, so that's basically the Nurgle troopers. And we have one last Nurgle thing to show off. We have the bloated blight drone, I think. The blight drone, basically. Or plague drone, I think it might be called. See, bring this up. It's pretty big. You know what I mean? It's not gonna lie, it's pretty decent sized chunk model. And he's just sort of fly around spewing crap at people. Do you know what I mean? The Nurgle stuff. It's not good. With his little turbo fans as well, which is cool. Fly around. He's fairly decent sized compared to a normal guy. And quite well detailed. Like, he looks very reminiscent obviously of the like Forge World model. And quite like he's not too bad if you compare them to each other, because Forge World is quite highly detailed models, and this guy's quite highly detailed as well. For a starter set model, it's really good. Yeah, so that's basically the dudes yet. So, going to move these out of the way, and we're going to have a quick look at the books. Marine down, marine down. So, well, boring thing first. We're going to look at these little ones. I say boring. It's still cool. So transfers, you get quite a few. It's quite a large transfer sheet for loads of the squads, and they've even marked out which ones have which. As in, so Hellblasters, and it goes through. These are Hellblasters ones, and then these are the Intercessors, and the characters. So it helps you out with choosing which ones you want if you want to go for the public thing. So at this point, I'm just where there's no Imperial Fists or Crimson Fists, or like that. These are all the ones that actually have codexes that aren't just normal codexes, so that's fine. Other than Death Watch. It's a whole different thing. So first off, you get a little pamphlet thing with the core rules, which is cool. Basically everything you need to play the game is here. There's obviously more advanced rules in the actual book, but these are just nice and simple. Get people playing. Don't have to worry too much about the rules because they're all here if you need them when you're playing your games. It's always good to take this with you, I reckon, to gaming nights and stuff. Then we get the how to build stuff and how to paint it and stuff at the back. So I'll have a quick look really how to build. So this was quite a large build. What is? And then these guys are super easy. A few bits attached go together. The set's pretty easy to put together, to be honest. It shouldn't take too long. Maybe a couple hours at best. So yeah, Scepters, Hellblasters, and the Intercessors. Yeah. So, with that out of the way, we can have a look at the little codexes. So essentially, these are kind of little codexes because they fill the same role, essentially. So Primus Space Marines, and what this does is it gives you a story. You get to go through, and it tells you, what they are, what each individual unit's like. So captains, ancients, lieutenants, Intercessor squads, Interceptor squads, and Hellblasters. And it explains about some stuff about them, which is cool. Then we go into insignia for chapters and everything, and what the chapters do. So you've got Warriors of Ultraman, Defenders of Humanity as a whole, so you get to see some successor chapters and stuff. Well, these aren't successors, these guys are. So you get to see all the other first foundings in Primus armor, basically Primus Marines for other chapters. Which is cool. And then we get to see some others. So got some of the these are the first founding. We got some successors as well. I think one of these is a completely new one. Well, this is a Dark Angel one. Cool. Yeah. So then we get a gallery basically, and you get some fluff everywhere. Everything going through. yeah. Then we get our rules. So you get data sheets. Doing explains about data sheets. Your special rules everyone has. You get the actual data sheets for each of the guys. So you can play your games. Which is cool. And then you get how the points work. And then that's it. It's basically Prize Marines. So if you just want to play Prize Marines, this is basically what you need to play these guys. Obviously, it's better to, I feel it's better to mix Prize Marines with normal Space Marines. So eventually you do want to branch out into that. But this is a good start. As a starter box should give you. You know what I mean? Which is exactly what this does. And then we have Death Guard, basically the same. So you get Death Guard going in, which is awesome artwork. Explains about Death Guard, explains about the units and stuff. This time we actually get some sweet artwork for the characters. Explains all about the models and stuff and what they are. And there you go, fetid bloat drones, and then plate poxwalkers. And it goes into some of the different types of Death Guard warbands. So you've got all different colour schemes as well if you want to try different ones, which is nice. And then we get gallery again. Yeah, this is what these cool pretty models look like when you paint them. And then we get into our data sheets. We got some psychic powers this time, because obviously they have the playcaster who actually has the psychic powers. And then get the data sheets again, detailing what stuff does, how to play it. All the rules for everything are in these data sheets, unless it's like some sort of common weapons, which sometimes are in the back reference areas for these books, especially the indexes. Generally, every weapon a unit should have will be in its detailing, unless it has a weapon sometimes that's very common, and so it's just like just throw it at the back essentially. Yeah, and obviously we go into points again, and then we get into this one. Two little mini characters essentially, which is cool. So let's have a look at this rulebook. So first off, got to try and open it. Let's print up a fight. Fight was what we want. Whoa. There we go. So, boom, the Warhammer 40k rulebook. So this also comes separately. So if you didn't want these models, in case you didn't play them, in case you play like Eldar or something, you can just buy the book separately if you like. But if you are looking for something new, or maybe you wanted to get the book and then your friends wanted the models, it's not a bad way to go if you want to do that. Or if you want to start a new army, you've got a choice of Death Guard and Prize Marines. It's pretty cool. So yeah, first off, let's have a look through this book. This is awesome artwork. You can't really see much of it because obviously it's black on black essentially. The grey sort of statue and stuff. But this half is all loyalist, and this half is like directly opposite traitor. You got two reavers. But I thought it was something quite interesting, which I quite like here. So you got two eagle, one looking pretty like pristine and stuff, and the other's back. This is the Eternity Gate in the background. And then we have a snake style thing, which is like Horus's symbol. Then we have an angel. So it's pretty interesting. This guy looks like a black template though. But yeah, I quite like this art. It's pretty cool. And after we go through, you get some more artwork and everything for the different stuff. The narrative we're used to. This sweet artwork with Materian and Gulliman about to beat down each other, and you obviously see the massive fighting going on around. Some successive chapters fighting as well, and then yeah, it's Crater Demon, his Primus Marines looking the other way. Look at that. This sweet artwork, some Templars fighting some demons. Smashing each other up. Cool. And then yeah, it gets cool Plague Marine versus Primus Marine bit. And then we go in. So it's 280 pages in total. Quite a few bits of rules, quite a bit of narrative. You get quite a bit of narrative here, and it goes into the armies and stuff as you expect from a book like this. And also we get how to play, narrative play, match play, open play, and advanced rules. Cool. So we'll have a quick flick through. So you get cool like pictures of models and everything, which is nice. And then it keeps going. So to get into this bit, which is like the fluff, this is all the apocalypse work, which is really cool. And it goes through explaining what's happened to the Imperium man from the beginning, how the like Imperium hierarchy works and everything. All the different like branches of the Imperium. Explains what happened. It's cool. Primary Marines versus I think probably like Crimson Slaughter or maybe even Word Bearers. Probably Word Bearers. Those things. And then yeah, that's it. Again, more like how different worlds are and stuff. And then space and everything, the warp, the ecclesiarchy, has psychers and everything, the ages of mankind, which is cool. Because you have the age of terror, the age of strife, all that sort of stuff. The age of darkness, and then the age of the Imperium, which afterwards leads us up to the Great Rift, the M41, the end of M41. And then Goodman's Return, which is cool. And then this is the Imperium as it stands, which is cool. With this good, massive Great Rift going across all the way to the Hades anomaly, which is from Deathwatch, around the Tower Empire, and then McCrowd. So essentially, this side with Terror is the safe side, where thanks to the Astronomicon, it's a lot easier to live in this area with some stuff being held back. But this side is like the Dark Imperium, which is just terrible. Like the Emperor's Light doesn't pass through; it's incredibly hard to fly around and stuff. Everything's bad over here, basically. Still bad here, but a little better off, essentially. And then it goes into the Dark Imperium, explains some of the stuff that happens in that time. This is cool with the Hour of the Damned, where everyone's being besieged and everything, and all of a sudden the Legion of Damned just turn up to a crazy ton number of battlefields, just start fighting for everyone, and then disappearing just as quick as they turned up, as you've come to expect. And we have some of the stuff that's going on at the time, like the Devastation of Baal, the Standard Armageddon, Terror Retaliates, which is classified, but it says here something like the Master of Mankind, and then some other word which I'm not 100% sure of. It almost looks like the word dead, but maybe not. We'll see. Yeah, it goes into some of the other stuff, like early war and stuff in this passage, which is good. And then, yep, fits through the rules and everything. So I'm just going to show you a few more bits of the like artwork and everything. You go Primary Marine, 1,000 chapters, explaining all the different guys now. Dark Angels goes through all the stuff. Deathwatch and everything. Nice. Goes basically this bit of the stuff goes through all the different forces of the Imperium. The Inquisition and everything. And then get some cool artwork. The Imperium at War. Imperial Fists. Yeah. Grave Guards, Salamanders and stuff. Knights. The Grey Knights and the Mechanicus and some Astra Militarum. Or the Imperial Guard, as it should be known. And then the Talons and everything. And Saint 13 herself. And then we go to the Forces of Chaos, which again is basically the same thing. Like, here's all the demons and the gods, and here's all the other forces and all that stuff. And then we get into Xenos as well, with the Eldar and everything. Yeah, you get some cool. Again, show off some of these cool pictures and stuff of fighting. Death Guard, and Thousand Suns versus Space Wolves, and all that sort of stuff. Like, yeah. And then obviously Eldar. Xenos Threat. So Eldar are my favourite, so yeah. Get some cool craft worlds. And then obviously the Orcs, the Necrons, Harlequins, and Ynnari, and all that stuff. And the Drukhari, the Dark Eldar. The Hive Fleets, these are the cults. Yeah, it goes through all this stuff, basically. And you get a large gallery of Xenos stuff. So, Eldar, Eldorad, Eldorad is pretty cool. And Dark Eldar and Eldar again, and Tau and Necrons. Tau. Tyranids and Orcs and stuff. And then the Eternity of War, which goes into all the stuff that's happening across the galaxy. It's cool 2-art spread thing. And then we get a bit about the different forces going on with the war zones. Yeah, and obviously these bits are all the rules, but I don't think I'm allowed to show you that yet. So you get a fair chunk of rules in here. Obviously, you get the core rules again, but they're a bit bigger pages and stuff. Basically, exactly the same as the ones you get in the pamphlet. You have some advanced rules, which includes battle zones and stuff. And you get missions for playing Eternal War and Maelstrom and everything like that. But those I'm going to let you find out yourself, and then I'll leave you with this cool artwork. So, when time comes a bit closer, I probably can do a proper full review of this. But in a minute, I'm going to have to leave you this. Sorry, guys, but that is the Dark Imperium. Tell you what, in fact, I have the box cover right at the end. Boom. So, catch you in the next one, guys, and I hope you're looking forward to the new 40k. See ya.